Giving our praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Harakah, Kodash, double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutes to all the sincere elect out there. Coming back at you with some updates on this TikTok with regards to this mini wars, and that's what's taking place. And we're in the year of apostates, sellouts, and agents, and Jacob's trouble. Without further ado, now let me read the precept. Get the ball rolling right away, because we've got to get things in perspective here. Isaiah 13:4 says, "The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle." Get things in perspective here, right? So you see all these deletions taking place, civilians, landmarks, prominent landmarks, schools being hit. Who's behind it? The Yahweh Sabaoth. La Yahweh Tazaba'awaf. The Lord of hosts, that's in the Hebrew. He mustereth up the host of the battle. So let's hear what this dude here says. This is a response to a particular event that took place. Let's hear it.
Can you give us an update on what the administration knows, what you know now about the reported strike on a girls' school in southern Iran on Saturday?
All I can say is that we're investigating that. We, of course, never target civilian targets, but we're taking a look and investigating that. Red tie in front.
Just on the basis that with the information you would have, your reconnaissance abilities, ability to gather information, I mean, it's several days on now. So is there any clarity on whose munition this was?
We're investigating it. Thank you.
Can you give us an
see that smirk on his face there? This man is more stout than his fellow. Yeah? And we're going to funnel everything through the scriptures with regards to what's happening here. We're getting just things in perspective. Check out this here, because this is going to cause let's just watch some of these videos. Yep, they must beat them chest in lamentation, right? Because this is the Most High behind it, right? He must lift up the host of the battle, and this is causing what you might call resentment, to say the least. Let's hear this one.
Why is the reported strike on a girls' school in Iran so difficult to verify? Tehran says 165 people, most of them children, died when a school in the southern city of Minab was hit. But the strike on the school has been difficult to fact-check. There is an internet blackout in Iran and access restrictions for journalists. A trip by a group of reporters to see the damage at the school was cancelled by the Culture Ministry, allegedly because of the distance to travel from Tehran. Israel has said it was not aware of any US or Israeli strike on a school in Iran. Washington said it was looking into the reports. So what do we know? Pictures shared by Iranian media appeared to offer evidence for the attack, but they could not be verified. Video released later by the West Asian news agency showed the inside of a bombed-out building. AFP also geolocated videos showing a strike at a building in Minab that said it was unable to verify the nature of the site. According to GeoConfirmed, an open-source intelligence project, the school was next to, or perhaps within, the perimeter of an Islamic revolution.
Whatever. When the devil be opening their mouth, you know, it's very hard to they're very subtle people, very good liars. They're professional liars. But spoils of war, man. There's no limits in war. Let's check this out. These are the bodies. These are the bodies. So that's all, man. That's all, right? You make of it what you will, right? War is very ugly, and this is
The
what
Pentagon says it's still reviewing details of an airstrike on a girls' school in Iran in the initial hours of the U.S. and Israeli attacks. As Duri Baskarin reports, Iran says more than 160 children were killed there.
Right, so let me hit more precepts, because this is all scriptural. And even if it was the case, you know, how the Mossad be getting down, Mossad be mustering up the host of the battle. He's behind it, and he be using the devil. The devil is his sword. Right, so let's read this one. Revelation 6 and 4 says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him. Oh, they've got another Keir Starmer is now set out one of his HMS Dragons. It's called one of his a missile activator or detector. It detects missiles. It detects drones. Anything that is seemingly that may go under the radar. This HMS Dragon can detect it. And interesting, when I saw the ship on the news, it has a picture of a dragon, a red dragon in front of it, right? That's its symbol, the red dragon. And who are the dragon? Where do they get their power from? We're going to hit the precepts. They get their power from the dragon. Yep. And now reading on, Revelation 6. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat therein to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. That great sword is military, right? It's military weapons, and it's very flexible. They got the HMS Dragon, right? Missile detector, drone detector. They got a Wildcat, helicopters. Because I've been listening to what Keir Starmer be saying. He's going to deploy them over there in the war. Wildcat missile detectors, drone detectors, the HMS Dragon. Let me hit a precept. Back. Yeah, does not that go back to the scriptures? They're revealing themselves well and truly. Right? This is a mini war, and not only there's not just only Iran, the triangle, Iran, US, and Israel involved. There's other nations now, right, towing along, which we know are ultimately the Gog and Magog, which are the Russians. They're going to start rising their heads, the bear, right, because they have a relationship with Iran. The Russians have a relationship with Iran, and when they stand up and back up the Iranians, the Russians stand up and back up the Iranians, it's well and truly popping WW3, not a mini world war, but a full-blown world war. But before that, we know other prophecies have to come into play. The MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, right? Jacob Trouble is here. The digital currency, right? It's gonna. This is a snowball effect that is mounting into a big snowball, right? And then the icing on the cake, my favorite phrase, the grand finale, Yahushua return. All right, so let's read this one. All right, these are a quick one, quick hitter. Revelations 12, because now they're deploying the HMS Dragon over there to back up this war, right? This is the snowball effect. Revelation 12. Let's read 12. It says, and therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down. Yep, the devil, deceiver. And you got Satan means adversary. So the devil is very good with his, very subtle, very good deceiver. You saw the devil there. Pete Hegseth, right, being questioned, he'd be smiling it off. But yeah, that's their pride, innit? They'd be more started than their fellow, right? Him and his the dynamic duo, Trump and Pete Hegseth, the Minister of Defense, the advised Minister of Defense. You see that pride smirk on his face. Let's pull him up.
Can you give us an update on what the administration knows, what you know now about the reported strike on a girls' school in southern Iran on Saturday?
All I can say is that we're investigating that. We, of course, never target civilian targets, but we're taking a look and investigating that. Red tie in front.
Just on the basis that with the information you would have, your reconnaissance abilities, ability to gather information, I mean, it's several days on now. So is there any clarity on whose munition this was?
We're investigating it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See that smirk on his face? I put him on loop, right? So you can see, right? This is the devil, yeah? And of the sea, yeah? For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he has a very short time. He's running out of time. This devil wants to get it popping. And it makes sense when I hear that there's so much happening. The devil be trying to throw the spanner in the works with this mini world war as a form of distraction, to distract people, because there's too much going on with the files, the so-called Epstein files. There's a lot of other files too, right, which are going to have to be revealed, right? The Mambla files, right? All kinds of things with that, right? Man Boy Love Association, that's the abbreviation for that, right? That has to be revealed, what they do with, little boys, right? The Pizzagate, for those Pizzagate. There's so much going on. What's the other one? The beef jerky, man. So there you have it, Akim. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth and persecuted the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. Yep, their power there. That's where they get their power from, the dragon. Hence, that terminology is, they use it. They use these terms like HMS Dragon, helicopter, wildcat. It tells something. It tells who they are. That's where they get their power from. And the beast is their traditions, their ways of life, which gets its strength from the dragon, right? That old serpent, right? That's where they get their power from. The devil incarnate, the beast, right? Which is all the history, you might call it a reproduction, the reproduction of the revived Romans, or the revived Romans is a reproduction of the ancient Romans, right? Something that is a reproduction is a copy, right? A duplicate, and they get their power from the beast. So, yep, they've drawn out these modern day equipment there, which is their technology, right? He's wiser than Daniel. Their technology, their AI, their intelligence, that's another form of their weaponry, the power that was given to them to take peace from the earth. So, as we know, but who is behind it? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, La Yahweh, his name, La Yahweh Tazaba'awaf. Yeah, Yahweh must lift up the host of the battle. Yeah, the Lord of hosts. Yahweh, Lord of hosts. He be behind everything. He be using them. They're just puppets. No matter how smirk and how confident they may be looking, and their posture and all the prideness and their stoutness, Most High be putting them, they're just puppets to the Most High. And he'd be the best chess player. He'd be placing them strategically. The Most High, Yahweh Shemir, is placing them strategically, right, until it all pops off. Once again, this is just a snowball effect. This is the beginning. Mini World War. Yeah, so when the dragon saw that it was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman, right? That woman is Yahshua Allah, right? And we've been persecuted from the time we've been here, right? You can go all the way back from the time we were on the shores of the Americas, right? But started with the Native Americans. Yep. And the dragon saw that it was cast unto the earth and persecuted the woman, yeah, which brought forth the man-child, yep. So, yep. And 14, to the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle. So those wings just represents flight, right? The wings of an eagle just represents flight. Yeah, that she might fly unto the wilderness, unto her place where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent. Yep. So we've been nourished by this serpent, via all the different benefits, all the different benefit systems, but which were placed there strategically by the Jehovah Hashem Yahushua and protected. But when it talks about flight or the wings, right, that was given as eagles, means that great escape, right, which was prophesied about that siege around about 40 years in advance before it happened in 70 AD, yeah, when the Romans destroyed the temple and looted its sacred contents. So that was prophesied by the 70 AD, 40 years in advance. But that's when the Most High, Jehovah Shemeshah, gave them wings to escape that. So wings, or wings of an eagle, represents flight, escapism. Yeah, and the woman also is Israel, right? Nourished by the face of the serpent in the wilderness. Yeah, that's the northwest, right? The diaspora, right? Nourished in America, right? And then you have the wilderness is north and west, right? That's the diaspora, Africa, which we fled into the north, 1600, right? The place is America, Babylon, yeah, at that time, and times and half a time is 350 years. It's been over since the 70s, yeah, 350 years. It's been over time now, right? 350 years since the 70s, right? They were supposed to so there you have it, Akim. That's the point right there. Right, it's Deuteronomy 28 other scriptures. Yeah, all for the 350 years, right, to the 70s. Slavery, bondage, right, the diaspora. You had the wings, which represent flight. The 70 AD, which was prophesied 40 years in advance by Yahushua himself. So, but the point I wanted to focus on was when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman, right? So they get their power from the dragon, and they're coming out with all these machineries and they're naming them those names: HMS Dragon, Wildcat, right? You got one of the Trump's vehicles called the Beast. One of his vehicles is called the Beast, right? One of his armed cars called the Beast. So they go. Everything about them is in the scriptures. They are what the Most High be saying. 100% truth. So, yep, that's the point right there. Therefore, I read it again, Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, right, he's more stout than his neighbor. You see that posture, that pride, and he ain't embarrassed about that question at all. He looks, as a matter of fact, he looks like he's quite happy. Maybe. He said, we'll investigate it, but it's been a couple of days now. We're investigating it. They're proud, man. Yeah, that's a proud statement when he said, or what the body language represents. And what do you have there? The Department of War, right? United States of America. Well, you got the image there of the eagle. Well, that leads me to one more precept. And we're going to end it. Obadiah. Now we're going to hit the point. As a matter of fact, let's read 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Yep, that's right. So they're under pressure now, and which they succumb to the pressure, right? The weak shall draw him out, right? That's the Americas, and you got the smile at people now who drawed out the Americas to their defense. And you're hearing about, the school that was hit, 150 children, whatever the case may be. But there's a lot more than just that. Civilian places being hit, all types of so-called civilian spots being hit. And they're saying this is a war crime. But that's how war be. That's how war be, right? We know, because when you just do a little bit of digging, with the Nagasaki, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that war around 1945, right? We saw the little infamous picture of that little Chinese gal where her clothes all burnt off with that atom bomb. So it's a ruthless thing. Wars, ruthless thing. Yet the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Yet though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, right? Here's the image. That's their infamous emblem, right? Their badge. They take that as a badge of honor. Their eagle, though, and the eagles are very proud bird. It soars high, right? And yeah. Once again, that's their emblem. They're very proud of the symbol, the eagle. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down. Right? Thus saith the Lord. Saith the Lord, and that's the in capitals. That's the Most High. So, yeah, you exalt yourself as the eagle, but yeah, Most High strategically placed you where he wants you to be. And he ain't take no L's, and he never will. The warrior Bashim Shai Kala Yahweh Bashem Yoshai Bashem Rakah Quadash. You coming down. What goes up must come down. Until the next one.